So hi everyone and welcome to Doing the Most first podcast. So we have basically decided to do this podcast today because we posted a question on our Instagram page which had a lot of responses and we managed to narrow it down to a few topics, but basically the discussion was on pressures and how pressures between different age ranges differ. So you've got the age range of 18 to 25 and then 26 to 35, and then 36 plus. So they're the kind of age ranges we're working with. We have decided to invite some more opinions and more perspectives in, and I'm going to hand over and let our wonderful guests introduce themselves.
Ladies first.
That's you then, Louis.
Whoa, your mama.
I'm Stevie and I'm 33.
I'm Louis and I'm 37.
You just said 38.
30, not this year.
Okay,
fine.
We'll
Trying to tell me how old I am.
And also, just to introduce us, so my name's Naomi, I'm aged 28.
And my name's Goggy and I'm aged 28.
Lovely. So let's just get straight into it. So firstly, we're going to start by the first topic. So this was career. So we're going to start at the age of 18 to 24. So what pressures did you feel between 18 and 24 about your career? Or maybe having a good career?
Would you like to go first?
I don't mind starting on that one. I'll be honest, I'm from a different generation.
Yeah?
So when I was those sort of ages, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, if I'm totally honest with you. I think I was still on the back end of college. I think I was still in college.
Yeah.
And I was at real crossroads. Didn't really know what I wanted to do because I was still in that age of trying to go out raving, probably chasing after girls.
Yeah.
Probably just started drinking, smoking,
And all the rest.
and all the rest that you do. Yeah. So yeah, it was just a totally different age. I didn't really think about a career path at that age. If I was honest with you, probably a bit up in the air. So
100%. Do you know what? I feel like I didn't feel pressure of a career, but mine was just to make money. I was so money hungry when I was younger because I went to college for about 3 months and then I was just like, I want to pay for my driving lessons because my mum and dad didn't really have the funds to pay for it. So it's like, you need to go out and you need to make money. So I literally was just like, I need to work. So I left college. I just wanted to work. So I literally worked like 7 days a week and then would still do my driving lessons on Sunday. So that was probably, I didn't really feel any pressure. Costs. I was more like, I want to make money pressure, not I feel pressure of having a career.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I echo that in the sense that I wanted money. Yeah. But I knew I had to have a career to get that money that I wanted, to buy the things I wanted at 18, or to spend money going out on clothes, or, you know, your first girls' holiday or whatever it was. But the actual decision to choose a career, I didn't feel pressure in that sense because I knew deep down I never wanted to go to uni.
Yep.
And I didn't go to uni in the end. But it's a hard one because that pressure of having a career is definitely like, that comes from age 15 onwards because you're, you know, choosing your A-level, so your GCSEs. Yeah. That will then go on to A-levels and then eventually you'll go to uni and get a job.
And actually it's a wild aspect that it is, you do your kind of uni or your, what comes after school? Before college?
Sixth form or something, yeah.
And it is like people think, oh, I have to pick like what my career path is.
Yeah,
like,
if I'm totally honest with you, I really feel it all depends on your surroundings also.
Absolutely.
Like, so it's like, yeah, your influence is massive. So it's like, what your teacher's saying, what your parents saying to you. Well, furthermore, like I said, I'm from a different generation, so more time, me and my boys, we were just out on the road. We didn't really care. We were just chilling. Like, it wasn't a major thing at that point. But if we might have one or two that were like, oh, I need to study, I need to get money. Some of us were probably making the money and spending it as quick as we was getting it. Yeah. And I know I was. I had a little part-time job, get paid, and then by the week after, I might give my mum for bus fare.
That's true.
I remember those times, so I generally didn't care.
You spend it as quick as you
spend it as quick as I was getting. Maybe because I didn't understand the value of money in either of those times.
Not exactly.
I generally think, even now, I generally think if I would have just saved or thought about where I'm going to be right now, it would have been a totally different scenario. But I was literally just spending it.
I wish people had said at 18, look, if you start earning money from a job, put at least a little bit away. Spend the rest on, you know, clothes, drinking, whatever. But just put that little bit away because when you hit, obviously we'll go on to it, but once you hit like that different age bracket and you're trying to then buy your car, buy your house, like, all that money that I wasted.
Wasted.
Pay yourself,
and you've got
they say,
so
pay yourself
much.
10% of your wage.
Wasteful.
The moment you get paid, don't even, before you do anything, take
Just
10%,
put it away. Yeah.
I remember I spent £140 on a pair of Visu jeans.
A
Visu.
Right, the most swagging out jeans.
140, and I remember I must have worn them about 6 times, and they got ripped to the night out.
In the washing machine.
Yeah, no, they got ripped to the night out.
Oh wow.
They got ripped to the night out, and that was it.
I mean, career choice for me, for instance, was not really the first. I remember being in sixth form and my teachers being really influential and being like, you're going to go uni, and I was like, yeah, I am going to go uni. Did I know what for? No. Was it? I thought, you know what, this is going to make my nan proud.
Seemed like the right thing to do.
My sister and my family are going to be so proud of me if I go to university. I didn't actually understand what I was doing, and then coming to choosing it, little did I know that me making this short decision was going to impact my career choice in the future. So I just literally was doing a business BTEC, and I remember I'd done a module, I think, a month prior to choosing my uni course on marketing, and I was like, do you know what? I know I don't like finance, but I love marketing. I now think I know I like marketing. I'm going to go for it. And then lo and behold, I've kind of pressured myself into university because of family. Not because of family. I'm not blaming them. It was my choice, but it was what I thought was the reason why I should go. And then I kind of get there and I'm like, oh, I've chosen my career path now, and without even actually putting much thought into it. It was just a quick, teacher was like, are you going to do this? And I was like, yeah. Didn't actually think about how to finance myself at university or how to do like all these things, all the costs that come with it. So, but yeah, that was what led to the kind of career choice it came from those pressures of family, teacher, and me just thinking, yeah.
And even growing up, like, did any of you two go to uni?
No,
I did. I think I actually got accepted to uni.
Oh, really? Why didn't you go?
Yeah, because I just didn't feel like it was for me. No. I was at real crossroads in my life, just in general. I just didn't know what I wanted to do, really. I knew it seemed, again, the right thing to do. I know my mum and dad would have been proud anyway. Yeah. But I still wasn't, in the back of my mind, I wasn't really sure where I was at. Yeah. And I actually got quite lucky, to be fair. I remember my cousin lives in London. And again, I was about a bit of a crossroad in my life. I remember just shouting him one weekend, what are you up to? He said, nothing, come down, come see me. I was like, sweet. Went up to London, went and saw him. And he's like, oh, what are you interested in? What do you do? And I was like, think about going to uni. I was really involved in like drama and that. I used to do like drama classes and stuff. So I wanted to be an actor. Long time ago. Because you know what it was? Because it was something I was good at. I never knew what direction I wanted to go. It was something I was good at. So school, I was in all the school plays and that. Remember done Grease? Only black guy in Grease. Madness. Oh, my boys used to run me, man. Oh my lord.
That's not one you would forget.
Yeah, just things like that anyway. Edit that bit out.
Nope.
So I was Doody. Remember Doody? Don't talk for just trying to count. I remember it like it was yesterday. Not a joke. Yeah, not a joke. So I remember these things like it was yesterday. And then I remember being in London. I was talking to my cousin or whatever, and he actually had a friend that works for a production company. He's like, oh, I got a friend that works for a production company. Like, let me give her a call for you. And he literally gave her a call. And she's like, yeah, we're actually looking for people. Like, send his CV, and we'll have a chat with him. I remember sending my CV, and I got a job as a runner working for a production company. So I was literally,
that's pretty cool.
Just literally, what led you into the kind of media?
That's what led me into, and that's what led me into my kind of my industry, what I'm into now. Anyway, but literally, obviously, it's what I wanted to do anyway. But I got lucky that I got put in that place.
Absolutely.
So I say lucky, but all they've done was got me an interview. I still had to get that off the back of myself.
Absolutely.
So I went in there, obviously sold myself. Worked there for a couple of years. Worked as a runner, so literally like fetching files. Working on productions, that sort of stuff. Just for absolute Joey. Absolute Joey.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah, and again, never knew what I wanted to do or what direction I wanted to go with that, because I'd go in and have conversations with people and they'd be like, oh, how was your weekend? I'd be like, oh, it's fine. I was out with my boys, done X, Y, and Z. How was your weekend? Oh, we was at Chris Evans' house and we were doing X, Y. And my world compared to their world was just miles apart. So different. So I still never knew really where I was at or what to do anyway. But again, it was just, a young age. But again, you go in there, you network, you talk to people. And I was just unapologetically always myself.
Mm-hmm. Good.
And that's one thing that always kind of worked out for me.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So and that's kind of led me on to the path I'm on now, which is fantastic.
It's been a nice little step into the kind of...
It's been a good eye opener. But again, I think those early ages just generally taught me a lot about myself as well, and taught me a lot about different types of people and how to be around those different types of people. So I think I was quite lucky and fortunate that I learned those lessons really, really early. So,
that's actually what I want to touch on, because that's really good about, like you say, being around different types of people, because sometimes I feel like I can meet people and they're maybe not socially aware, or they don't know how to adapt to the people that they're around. And I personally think that's key. I don't think not be yourself, but you can tailor yourself a bit.
You can always be yourself, but there's a certain type of etiquette you need to have. At certain times.
You need to
be able to emotional intelligence.
You need to be able to talk to any age, any background, and still keep that level. Still find that common ground with people.
100%.
And that's a life skill. No one teaches you how to do that. That is something you either have it or you don't. But you definitely, as you go through your different life stages, you learn it as you go.
I was going to say you can definitely learn it.
But you don't know that at 18.
But you know what that is like.
You know your other friends at 18.
But I think that is as well. I think that's just having respect in general.
True.
You have respect for your peers. You have respect for the people around you. You have respect for the. Again, I know it sounds really cheesy, but you have respect for the cleaner. But you also have respect for the CEO, and you're consistent with your respect and how you are in general. Then that is generally what helps you. But if you have this horrible attitude about you, or act like someone, or people always owe you stuff, that's one thing you go wrong.
You will exude that energy
all the time. It's negative energy. It's negative.
Yeah, and it is that the perception of kind of like. Nowadays, people are like, a 9 till 5. Like, you have to be self-employed. You have to work for yourself. I personally feel like doing a 9 till 5 helped me learn that sort of thing, being around all different people and being socially aware. Yeah. And I think people don't understand that. It's like, actually, you're going into these jobs where you meet people you would never meet in your day-to-day lives. And that's actually how you learn to adapt to people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's funny you said that, actually. I was in a company meeting the other day, actually, and it's with one of the main guys, a big CEO. He's having a conversation. He's basically just telling you about, what good paths to take in life and how to expand yourself and how to network and etc. etc. And obviously people come out with him loads of questions, asking the most random sort of stuff. And he actually turned around and said, look, just realise sometimes in life, not everybody is supposed to be a CEO. Mm-hmm. Not everybody's supposed to be a manager. Sometimes just know your place and try and know it and learn it early, because we're in a society now where everyone feels like you just said, I want to have more than 9 to 5. I want to be this. I want to be that.
Entrepreneur.
But sometimes just realise that's not for everybody.
No, it's not.
And the sooner you can realise that in life, the better, I think, as well. And I listened to it and I was like, that's actually the realest talk. I kind of realised how real that was until I heard it out there. Yeah. Because I meet people all the time, because some people are fantastic at their job and they're earning hundreds of grand a year, but it doesn't mean they're a manager. It doesn't mean they're an executive. They're just good at what they do, and they understand that and they accept it. Yeah. So sometimes just stay in your lane,
certain qualities as well. And some people are happy to sit there and, let's say, sit in a 20k paid job and keep things ticking. Not everyone wants to be the leader, or not everyone wants to be this or that. But it's actually maybe I think telling people like 18-year-olds that there are all these opportunities. Let them fit into what they want to kind of, or where they see themselves. But it's always nice to have big picture thinking, but it is about telling these youths that there's actually not just one path. There are so many different ways. Find out what works for you. Don't try and match someone else. Compare. There's a lot of pressure in choosing what you want to be, but actually you just need to find a mentor, find someone older to talk to tell you the things that, don't go trying to work it all out yourself. Use the power of your network. Do you have an older, sibling? Do you maybe have a distant cousin? I don't know. Do you have someone that you used to work with? Just think about how you can actually use people to help guide you into what you want to kind of become.
I think that also comes back to what we said about the social awareness aspect of it as well. Because like you said, it's all good finding that mentor, finding this person, finding that person, but when you find that person, are you going to listen?
Yeah.
Are you going to take on? Right, how are you going to take on what they've just told you? Because that's what really going to help you, because someone might tell you 1,000 things. How many times we do it? I do it all the time as well. When I've been in a situation, I'm thinking, frig, if I had listened to what they said that time, I'd have been gone clear today. But you don't. So it's important to listen to what people are saying to you, people that have lived it as well. Yeah. But again, having that social awareness and taking on, because not everyone has that, unfortunately.
I mean, I want to ask a question now as well. So in regards to the ages, so the age of, 18 to 25, how do you feel that the career pressures change from 18 to 25 to the next age bracket of 26 to 35? Yeah. Because I think we can all now really strongly speak on this, because I know how I felt about career 18. Can I start?
Yeah,
So basically, I was going to say, at the age of 18, it was more about, right, I need to establish myself with a good role. I need to make lots of money. I need to finish my university degree and, become this corporate G who walks around in a suit and earns lots of money. And then as I've got a little older now, actually, I realised it's not about that at all for me. It's more about, actually, I want to enjoy my job. I want to get up and make a change in people's lives, not make my bank fat. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's more about leaving a positive impact through my work rather than actually just stressing every day, working, 9 to 5, but half the time it's 9 to 8.
Yeah.
You know, you get in early, like they will get blood out of stone out of you. And I've just realised that those pressures of 18, that kind of age range, I was like, yeah, going to be a big earner, going to be this, going to be that, going to be this. And now it's just like, now that I think I had a turning point at 25 was a big turning point for me, just emotionally, maturity, that kind of thing. But career choice, it was like, yeah, I'm not doing this. I was happy to take a pay cut, step down a bit, and actually just start thinking about actually what I valued was having a 4 o'clock finish and getting home and being able to go gym and eat my dinner and everything before 8 o'clock at night, and then I can actually chill for the rest of the night rather than, you know what I mean? It was my pressures in that kind of career where I've just let go of all that I had before of being this kind of, because who was I proving? Other than I should be proving it to myself.
For you.
I was proving it to other people, I think, really deep down. It must be ingrained deep down. So that's how my career pressures changed through my kind of age gaps. It would be nice to hear you lots.
Yeah.
Well, that's the measure of success at the moment, unfortunately, is how much money is in your bank account, isn't it? Mm-hmm. You know, and I felt that from
nice
18.
term as well, measure of success.
Well, unfortunately, that is what it is. Like, do you drive a nice car? Do you have a big house? What's in your bank account? Those, unfortunately, are still those measures of success that we still live by. So that was definitely prevalent at 18. It's still prevalent at 33.
Yeah.
You know, although I have changed my way of thinking a little bit, like Goggy said. You know, at 18, no one told me that there's other routes after school. You know, if you don't go to uni, it's okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't need to talk about that one. But yeah, no one told me that there are other routes to success other than going to uni. I think uni is vital for people that want certain roles, certain occupations. You have to have certain degrees, which is cool. Yeah. But like I think Louis touched on it, going to uni is not for everyone. Certain routes are not for everyone. It definitely wasn't for me. Even at 33, if someone said to me, go to any uni right now and study anything you want, I'd be like, I don't know. I haven't got a clue what to do.
Do you recognise you're maybe not an academic kind of,
and I never was.
You're not an academic person,
no,
but you don't enjoy the academic route to things.
I hated school. I did okay. I did what I had to get by. I did the bare minimum. And then, you know, I just wanted to make money. I wanted to get out on my own. I wanted to work and be independent. So I did that, and, you know, it was fine. But now I'm getting to the point where I'm realising, like you, career's not everything. I value my time more. I value other things than having this title underneath my name.
Yeah, 100%.
Under a company that doesn't really give a toss what happens to me.
Yeah.
Because it was so drummed into you that, you know, work hard and you'll be successful. So that's what I did. I worked my arse off. I worked all the hours God sent. I did, you know, overtime. I not sucked up to bosses, but I wanted them to notice me. So I did, like, you know, more. I went above and beyond.
The additional work. Can I do anything?
You know, don't worry, I've got it. I'll do it. Don't worry. You know.
Do you regret that you were like that now? Do you think that's actually got you to the place where you want to be?
I don't regret. I don't think I can regret it. But I was, if I could go back and like talk to myself, I'd be like, you don't need to do that. You're fine. Be yourself. You don't need to pretend to be this corporate person to get by in this corporate world. And actually, as I'm getting to sort of 33 and nearly 34, I don't want to work in corporate anymore. I've had it. I would rather, like Goggy said, do something I love, do something that helps people, do something that maybe helps change the world a little bit.
Yeah.
Not work in this corporate BS job where I'm earning X amount because that was what was expected of me.
Yeah.
But, you know.
100%, I agree. I said to Goggy, like, I feel recently my purpose in life is to, like, give back. I'm like, I feel like I need to be doing something where I'm giving back or helping people.
Yeah.
Because I'm the same. I've always been in the corporate world. And don't get me wrong, like, I have really enjoyed it and I've met some amazing people. But sometimes I do sit there and think, is that me?
Yeah.
Like, is that me at all?
It's giving you a great skill set, and you literally don't disparage that. You've grown 100%. With it as a person, but you definitely have in this past year, especially kind of sat back. We've had discussions, haven't we, and said we need to do something that's more fulfilling of our, like, what, you know, everyone's got a sole purpose. I don't want to get too like spiritual in this, but it's what I strongly feel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everyone's got a sole purpose. Do you feel like you're fulfilling it? You'll know if you are and you'll know if you're not. And I feel like we both have got to the point where we're like, we know we're not fully at the moment.
Yeah.
And I may well go back into another corporate job. I feel like actually I'm 28. I might even go back into a corporate role and get some more skill sets because, you know, big corporates do have the advantages of giving you training. You know, if they want to invest in you, take it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I was lucky in my last corporate role. They invested so much into training me up, you know, paying for these, like, a course that cost $1,500 for a day. And I was like, wow, like, what did I actually get out of that?
In terms of learning, you take all you can get from this kind of place.
But we know now that kind of. I wonder what we're going to be like in the 36 plus bracket. Do you know? I'd love to know. I'd love to be able to speak to my older self and see what she's telling me now. Because now I'm at 28. We're starting to get that feel. I speak on mine and Naomi's behalf. But it is that there's a definite change that I've seen from 18 to 25, you know, and then to the bracket that I'm in now. And I just know there'll be another one that hits later on. So
you can't predict life. The thing is, what's one thing I've definitely realised in a lot of my life experiences, you cannot predict life.
Yeah.
And you literally just have to go with the flow. I generally believe whatever's meant to be will be. I'm quite cheesy. I have a lot of those sayings, you know, what be will be. Oh, it is what it is. I say that stuff.
What it is,
oh my God.
That is literally my saying.
I say this, same. I say these things all the time, and it's interesting to hear you guys talk about, you know, working hard in your early years and then now not feeling the whole corporate thing. I was the absolute flip.
Really?
Let's get into this then.
I have been the absolute flip. So in my early years, like I said, I obviously was lucky to work for a production company, but I wasn't really channeled into it. Like, oh my God, I'm working in a production company, I'm a runner, I want to be a producer next, I want to become a director. I never thought like that. My thing was like, I'm enjoying this ride, man. This is fun. Because Monday to Friday, I'm working in the production, going out doing shoots or whatever, and then by the weekend, I'm out getting steamed up with my mates. Like, I'm on this whole party thing.
Yeah, priorities.
Right? And then I remember I was working on the production ended, and then obviously when you're working in production, you work as a freelancer. So I was working as a freelancer, as a junior producer. And then I never had a production to go to. So I knew someone that worked at this radio station where I'm at now. I'll take my CV if anything possible. I work there for a bit. It's all media. Done that for a while. And I ended up just getting my feet under the table and it just become comfortable. And like I was cool with just being comfortable because I didn't really have aspirations of doing anything else because this just suits me. Because I'm doing that. But at the same time, I'm working in my local community. So I'm working in youth clubs. I'm working with kids. I'm out coaching football with all these youngsters and giving back to my community with people I've got. So I was those kids.
Yeah.
You know, I was in a single parent family, so I'm relatable. Like, I never had like anyone to take me to football and whatnot. So I was happy to spend my weekends picking up kids and dropping them off. And like the amount of kids that I've worked with, I've just like, come, let's just roll. So we roll for the weekend, buying takeaways and we're chilling, we're playing football and whatnot. I was happy to do that. Like I wasn't bothered about the whole work thing. The work paid the bills, isn't it? Like. And again, I know it sounds cheesy, but there's always that old school saying of, you know, work to live, don't live to work.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I have generally lived by that for the longest amount of time. Like, I've always been cool doing both. Like, I was lucky I went to Africa, done some charity work over there. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I've lived a really good life and work wasn't the problem. Like, it's only now, as I've gotten older, become a father, and my job started and more responsibility changed. Now I'm now about this corporate thing. I'm like, like... And I'm in a good job, and at the moment I'm thriving. So now I'm like, let me see what I can do because now I'm trying to build security for my children.
100%.
My mindset, so my mind's changed a lot because now I'm like, it's not about me having that fun anymore. Now I've got to have a future for her.
It's so funny. I'm the complete reverse, and I don't know if it's like being a woman thing. I was always like, right, I'm going to have career, house, married, baby. So I've got to work to get that, right? Yeah. Well, that hasn't happened. So I'm like now.
As it drove you mad. I know a lot of. I know without being disrespectful. I know a lot of ladies, right? Have this picture in their head of how they want things to be.
I think it's true.
Forward, and when that doesn't happen, alarm bell starts going. I think
I don't want to sound us women, but I think because it's that narrative of you're going to be a wife and a mother is so drilled into you that at 18 you're like, right, I need to find a career that's gonna make me money.
By who though? Is that by society?
It's societal pressures massively. Yeah. And I think, I don't know about you girls, but a lot of it maybe comes from, your girls around you thinking that they're going to have the same kind of life and, female relatives maybe. It's not everyone's female relatives, not always all mine either. But so now obviously that hasn't happened for me yet. It might do, it might not. I don't know. But now I'm more like, no, I'm going to step back. I don't want to earn. I mean, obviously it's nice to earn money, but it's like, actually, am I doing what I actually want to do? No, I'm not. Do I want to do something I love? Yes. I don't have responsibilities and stuff, and I guess that would change if I had a child. Yeah, but because I haven't got that, I've flipped the switch, whereas you've gone that way to that way, and I've gone the other way. Yeah.
It's actually so nice to hear that contrast as well. Like,
I
was
100%.
kind of thinking maybe we're all in the same wavelength about it, but actually... it sounds like you've kind of already done your fulfilling giving backstage in the younger years.
I listen again. That's why I always say, again, I'm cheesy. You can't predict life. Just go with the flow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just go with the flow because you just don't know how it's going to go.
Do what literally feels right at the time.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
And the goalpost can move. The goalpost can move at any point as well. It's all good, and you know what? It's all good doing you sometimes as well. But you know, your surroundings sometimes might change, and that might mess you up. You just don't know, man.
Yeah.
And it could be anything. It could
There's
be
a lot of factors to
it could be
yeah.
anything. It could be the job you're having might not be going so great. Someone in your family might die. That might have some affecting your mental health. You just don't know.
Life be like a whole thing of
Life can
you
hit
lost
you.
your own self-esteem and confidence. Like,
Yeah, you completely lose yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I have to rebuild yourself or find
thing.
yourself.
I mean, you've only got to look at what's happened in the last. You've only got to look at what's happened in the last year, innit, with the pandemic.
Massively,
How that's literally just changed and flipped people around.
That's another podcast, Lewis.
Sorry,
Yeah.
edit that part out.
No, I wasn't disregarding what you're saying, but
But you know what I'm saying, though? I just mean in regards to things flipping, like you just can't predict. You just got to go with the flow and find a new way to fit into what's gone wrong. You know?
Yeah. 100%.
I mean, I feel like we were naturally then like veering into the relationship part, which
That's
is
what I
our
was
next
gonna
topic,
pick up
which
on.
we were going to discuss.
Better clear my throat.
So I'm going to...
I'll let you answer the word.
Oh